think in life we need to practice progress, not perfection. I think that failure is a feature. And when I say that, I mean everything in life, no matter what it is trying to teach you something if we just open our eyes to the gift. Failure puts you in corners that you have to think your way out of. It really is a source of breakthroughs. I think that in life, we're all being tested and we all have a job, and I truly do believe that everything happens for a reason, and we all have purpose in this life. But one thing that I've been learning, especially recently, is our failure can't break us. And there is no such thing as failure if you're willing to get up and to try again and again and again. I think that it's just a repeated sequence of efforts every single day to become just a little bit better, just to learn, just to appreciate what's going on, to really take a second throughout our days to just take in the moment for what it is. And I did this the other day when, I was maybe having a little bit of a rough day, but I took a second to just sit there and be like, hey, this is where I am and I'm grateful. And I don't think that I'm perfect. And I know that I've still got things to work on, but I don't let that take away my own happiness for myself and my progress. And I know that if I keep trying every single day, and if I keep putting myself in situations where I'm forced to confront every single fear I have, to confront who I am, well, then I'll be a little bit better for it. I ran into this quote the other day that said, it's the big quote, what is the meaning of life? And the way it was articulated was so beautiful. It said, it's not you asking the world, what is the meaning of life? It's the world asking you. And we answer that in our actions. We answer that every single day when we wake up, in every single moment as we etch ourselves into a future version of ourselves. It means we work on it. It means we do the right things. I think that all of us deep down inside have a set of morals, a set of beliefs, and I think that at the end of the day, if you act on those, you become infinitely more happy. And it's not to say that you ignore the negativity of the world, because it exists. And not only that, but the opinion of other people's are always going to be there. But you can't let that take away your own happiness. You can't let that, hinder your opinions and hinder your beliefs. I think that, we could set some time aside every single day to reflect on who we are and to take care of ourselves. I think we spend so much time worrying about how other people see us, how other people perceive us, that we forget to lose. We begin to lose sight of ourselves and who we truly are. And I think that's why taking a step back sometimes is really important, and distancing yourself from the negativity of the world so that you can recenter yourself and act positively is important, because a negative mindset's never going to bring a positive life. And a lot of living is how you see things. And a lot of living is realizing that you need to be in control of yourself. You need to be in control of your thoughts. It's not to say that you won't have negative thoughts, but you work through them. You take a second to be like, hey, why do I feel like this? And then you think of solutions. Like, you treat yourself like a friend. You treat yourself like someone that you would want to help. You're patient with yourself. You love yourself. You try to work through the problem. You don't press the panic button, because there's always going to be issues. There's always going to be stuff that goes wrong. I realize that. I cannot stress it enough. I'm not perfect. I have my own set of issues. I have my own set of problems that I'm dealing with, but I take them day by day, moment by moment, and situation by situation. And I work through them slowly, one at a time. I talk to myself. You know, I'm getting familiar with my triggers and what I need to do every single day in order to go to bed with a smile on my face. And I do that every single day. And in that sense, I feel so proud of myself, and I feel such pride that I'm trying. I truly am trying every single day to become better. And at the end of every single day, I can say, hey, you know, today I'm a little bit better. You know, you do things that you don't want to do. You read, you nurture your mind, you vent, you talk, you express yourself. You look after yourself. It's not just about working out or meditating just for meditating. Like, it has to contribute to who you are. It's because at the end of the day, it makes you feel some sort of happiness. For me, I found those things, but you know, I think we need to continuously find new things about ourselves. And I think that's the beauty of being human. We're not set in stone in our identities. Yeah, we have these things that make us who we are, but we're always adding on. We're always subtracting. We're always changing. Nothing's ever stagnant. We always need to keep moving. And if you move the needle in the right direction every single day, even if it's just a tiny bit, over a year, you make so much progress. That's what the meaning of life is for me. It's asking us the question. It's to answer well. Right action. Unselfish. Dedicated. Masterful. Creative. Those are the answers. It's one way to find out the meaning of life. And it's also how to turn every problem into an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to expand, an opportunity to move the needle into the right direction. And as human beings, it's what we've got.